Ladies, gentlemen, bodies of water, welcome to the Alchemy Lab. My name is Lee. I am playing Kalthar.
My name is Carl, and I'm playing Graccus.
And my name is Matt, and I am the DM of the Shattered Lands Streets of Mihre. We are on case number 11? 11. I should really look it up beforehand. Case number 11. Grinding the gears.
It's very on brand for us to not be aware.
Yep. We don't know our own content.
Nope.
Fine. Last time on Streets of Mihre, you got into a scrap with some Delano heavies, a couple of monks, and a chap with fists of fury.
Until he met a shotgun.
Until he met a shotgun, yes. And then he had chest of sponge.
Yeah.
The monks similarly were pretty soundly beaten. One was eaten by a velociraptor, and the other was stabbed repeatedly. You are in the drug den still. Graccus, you are coming back down the stairs in raptor form. And Kalthar, you were looking through a box, weren't you?
Yes, the man looked through a box and then he was like, oh, fuck this, I'm off. And then I imagine he's no longer here because
there's a velociraptor coming back, yes.
There is a velociraptor coming back.
Make an investigation check.
A natural 20.
Oh, very good. So,
you see that shit, didn't I?
Yep.
So you see beneath the dildo that was in there for some reason, there is a selection of what look to be little, fairly ornate glass bottles, sort of thin stem, quite bulbous, with a sort of red, faintly luminous liquid inside.
Okay.
There are 6 of them.
Nice. Can I investigate these vials? Smell,
Now, I don't think you have a sense of smell.
I don't.
No,
I don't. No, I don't. I absolutely don't. It doesn't say anything about senses, but I don't breathe, sleep, eat, or drink.
I mean, I feel like if you don't breathe, you won't have a sense of smell.
Do you have identify?
No.
Well, as you lift out one of these bottles, there is a scrap of, just an edge of a scrap of paper at the bottom, beneath them.
What does this say?
Well, you'd have to extract them all to retrieve the paper.
I will extract all.
Press square to
take all. Yep.
Yeah. Then you sort through your inventory. You go on the inventory screen and examine the paper. Maybe it floats up in front of you and you can turn it round like that.
Zoom in.
Look at all sides of it. Yeah, zoom in and zoom out. You see. Okay, so on the paper it reads, "Keep it at 85, moron."
Okay. Paper, keep it at 85, moron. Okay.
And tucked in the corner of the box, that sort of rolls out as you lift the last bottle out, is a little thermometer.
Okay.
It's metal.
Okay.
With like a wood handle.
Okay. And this was all that was in the box apart from the dildo?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to insert the thermometer into the vial.
Okay. So this would require Googling and strange Googling, so I'm just going to wing it. It reads you see the little kind of mercury thing go and hover around 9.
Okay. I'm a long way off. Okay.
So I think you get a sense of temperature.
Yeah.
You can't smell, but or breathe or anything. But I think you get a sense of temperature.
Mm-hmm.
These are cool to the touch.
Okay.
At least the bottles are.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Graccus, I imagine you've reached the floor now.
Yeah,
and you're sort of clicking
I'm
across.
Yeah, I now turn back into myself.
Okay. So you turn back into Graccus rather than Perry.
At this point, yeah.
All right. It feels good being yourself again. You're like, no more ego. Brilliant.
Oh, just stretching out,
no
feeling
more
back
Perry
into the
ego.
muscles.
Yeah.
Okay. Realizing I've got the taste of blood in my mouth. Oh, remind me to have a drink later. Or several. Kalthar, what have you got?
Don't really know. There's a hand in one.
Let's take a look at it.
Thermometer. This paper. Keep it at 85 or on.
So, Graccus, make an Arcana check.
Oh, Arcana. No. So 0 for me anyway. And that is terrible. That is a 6.
You feel like you've seen the contents of the bottle before.
Right.
You're not sure.
Just can't think where.
It just escapes you where you saw it before. Definitely seen it before.
Okay.
You know it's not the haze.
Yeah. Can I sort of uncork it and take a sniff to see if that triggers any memories?
Yes. I think in that case, make Arcana with advantage.
That's a 16 for the first one. 16 total.
Okay, so this is definitely a healing draft of some kind. Even through the blood in your mouth, you can sort of go like, this definitely smells like something I've drunk before after a heavy fight.
Okay. Some kind of healing potion. I'm going to recork it because I don't need it right this moment. Be good to keep them.
There are six.
Can I use healing potions if I can't drink?
Yes.
Do I rub them on myself?
You should have an organic part of your body, don't you? You're not entirely a machine.
I think
you should have some kind of grill where you can pour stuff.
Yeah, you might not need to eat or drink, but there's nothing sort of to put liquids into what would have been a mouth, I suppose.
You have like a little like a little valve.
Yeah.
Little funnel.
Yeah, a little fun. A little collapsible funnel which goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm in bad shape. I'm just going to burn all my lay hands on me. I might as well. I'll go. Okay, because I got dinged up. I got fucking dinged up. So I'll give Graccus 2 of them. So we're split, and then I'll imbibe.
Okay, are you taking one?
Just the one. I want to see how it feels.
All right. So, immediately you get like a sense of warmth going through your body, and you're going to need to roll some dice here.
Okey-dokey.
And the number of dice you're going to need to roll. Oh, you're going to need to roll 4 d4s.
Ooh, okay. A 2 and a 3, and a 3 and a 3. Not 11.
So 11 plus another 4 is 15. So you recover 15 hit points, and you feel like some of the dents left by these monks' fists kind of go like thunk, thunk, Some of them like buff out immediately. So you are here. You're left with some corpses and a lot of vats of the Lover's Haze. In its not fully formed yet, in its liquid state.
Right, well, we need to get rid of this shit.
If you just give me a moment, I need to do some maintenance.
It's fine, I need to look for a way to destroy this without destroying the entire building.
Yeah, I want to heal myself with lay hands. Can I use lay hands on myself? It doesn't say that I can't.
Yes. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
If anything you can touch, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm just going to be in the corner, just.
Graccus, have you seen the paper?
I told him about it.
You've told me about it, but I haven't seen it.
And the thermometer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look around for like a heating element to these vats to see if there's something that indicates they're boiling them or temperature controlling it or something to that effect. Because you don't keep these healing potions at 85. They're healing potions. They're already made. They're stable.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff is being made. So yeah.
Okay. Well, you do see beneath a couple of the vats, you see like a burner, almost like a sort of a selection of what look like airship burners actually that heat the air, but they're set on low.
Okay.
And as you get close, there is heat radiating off of the drums, the big drums where these things are held, where the haze is held.
Okay. Kalthar, can I borrow that thermometer?
I sort of come back after sort of like. Yes.
I grab it. How tall of that can I reach into it, or do I need to climb up something first?
You would have to climb up. There are ladders about.
Okay. I'll grab one of the ladders and prop it against the vat, climb up, and put the thermometer in there and see the temperature it's currently at.
Ooh. It sort of hovers around 84, 85.
So, they need to keep these vats at 85. Whatever they're making isn't stable above that temperature.
What happens when it's below? Do we want to go up or down?
What did the note say again?
Keep it at 85.
I mean, I'd assume above that it's combustible. Otherwise, you'd say keep it below something or keep it, to me, keep it at 85. Hot, like either vapor, could be explosive.
Well, that wouldn't be ideal.
No, I don't want to blow the building.
These burners. He's up there. I'm looking at sort of one of these burners. Like, what contraptions going on here? Is there, pipes? Is there things to click, to push, to move?
Well, it looks like a selection of pipes, basically. So some of it is running from, like, the steam pipes that you've been seeing throughout the Temple of Gond.
With that, I remember that, didn't fucking write his name down, but he said, give me a shout.
Argo, yeah.
Yeah. And he said to bang on the red pipe. I want to go bang on the red pipe.
Now, there is a red pipe, that you can tap.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. After a couple of seconds.
While he's doing that, I want to go back into the office and rifle around in the office a bit. And see if there's anything useful in there.
Cool. Okay, make an investigation check. Kalthar, after a moment, there is a boom, boom that echoes down the pipe.
Okay. I'll sort of walk to meet him, I guess, while
I got 12.
Stuff.
Okay. So, 12. All right. Let's see what you find in the office. Need to go back a moment. What you find in the office. Office. What do you find in the office? Okay, so you find a few. Okay, so you find a file full of correspondence.
Yep.
With agents from above.
Mm-hmm.
You find a list of names of couriers that seem to be taking it below.
Okay then, useful.
And roll a D100 for me.
Yep. That's 20. 1 sec. 26.
And you find 26 gold pieces.
Yay! Money's always fun.
Indeed. So you find some handy information, but you don't necessarily find what is going to be what is going to help you destroy this stuff.
No, but it does give me something I can do later on, which is hand that over to Swift.
Indeed.
Okay, I'm going to keep looking for any other paperwork that might help me work out what happens to the haze above or below 85. To see if there's anything here that stands out. Because I feel like at the minute, until Argo turns up or they come back, we're at a standstill. I need to destroy this. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Cool. So Kalthar, at the top of the stairs, leading into the mausoleum, at the top of the stairs, you meet with Argo, who arrives with a retinue of 4 of the kind of guardian automatons.
Robot things, yeah.
Well, have you done what you came here to do?
We're halfway there. Now we just need to get rid of the shit. I found this note. Keep it at 85, moron. We're just wondering whether or not to increase the temperature or decrease it.
I better come with you to have a look. You 4 watch the door. All right. So after you, let's go and have a look at this stuff.
Off we go.
All right. So Graccus, you don't find. So you find in the correspondence to the people above that there was an accident at some point where some stuff basically belched a bunch of steam into a guy's face and melted half it off.
Oh goodness.
Okay, that suggests it's too hot then to me. So that's good to know. Okay.
Argo, with you, Kalthar, he sort of struggles his way up the ladder and sort of peers into the vat. All right. Looks like a chemical process. Reactants mixing. You had a thermometer. May I?
Graccus.
I head back out. Argo.
He needs your thermometer.
Of course. I'll pull it out and hand him the thermometer.
Thank you. He puts it in. Yeah. Perfect. 84.6. Right. So.
Might be useful to know. I found this in the office. It's a report about an accident around here. Apparently, one of these vats belched off some steam and nearly melted a man's face off.
Oh.
So I'm guessing keep it below 85 is kind of the point.
Well, it should be kept for reactants like this. It should be kept between 83 and 85. Closer to 85, the better. So they react in a more pure form. Take it above 85 and, well, apparently someone's face gets melted off.
Let's say we wanted to destroy this stuff in a way that didn't put the temple at risk.
Well, we're far enough underground for The temples would probably not be at risk if we did overboil it. But we'd have to get out of here quick and shut the door. I mean, if the steam melted off someone's face, I imagine whatever gas is released by overboiling this stuff is probably going to, be incredibly noxious. And not all of us can't breathe, like our friend here.
Mm-hmm. Do I have anything that could set it off remotely?
Can we fire them up, Margo?
It should be a simple case of turning up the burners.
Or we could break the gas line to the burner, let it fill that way, ignite the gas.
Oh, you're thinking a more explosive.
I'm just thinking of a way of doing it without having to be in the room.
If it's noxious, I could stay, Graccus.
I'm concerned about the corrosive effect, Kalthar. If it melts a man's face, it could do damage to you still. Although...
That was skin. I haven't had skin in a long time.
Also, it would take a while for that of this size to start to break 85 degrees, right, Argo? We'd have some time to get out.
You should have some time to get out.
I won't be poking my face in it, Graccus.
Okay, Argo. I think it's best that you and I leave now. Kalthar, open them up to full burn and walk away, I guess.
Very well.
At that, I sort of start. I want to check the dude's corpse for any information on him that I can pass on to Swift or anything useful.
There's not much really. There's a couple of rings, sort of heavy rings that he used to wear.
Yeah.
Information-wise, everything relevant would have been in the office.
No, that's fine. He can burn and melt along with everything else in here then.
Yep.
Because I'm really not that bothered by it. Okay. Argo, I suggest you and I make a move then, shall we?
I think we'd better.
And if you can, once we're done, perhaps seal this off and tuck forever. Just so no one else comes down here.
Well, definitely, yeah, definitely. Hold on, and he and calls down the other automatons who join you, Kalthar, in turning up the burners as Graccus and Argo ascend the stairs and presumably wait at the top at the entrance to the mausoleum. Yep. All right. Cool, so he's whacking him up to full.
Whacking him up.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, you're a pretty strong guy. Oh, the lid was on. Thank goodness. All right. You're a pretty strong guy, so it's not like it's a fairly sort of simple crank turn. And you can move between them reasonably quickly. There are 6 large vats. By the time you get to the 5th one, you can hear the first 2 spitting and roiling and hissing quite considerably.
Keeping going.
All right. By the time the 6th one is done, I need you to roll me a D12.
D12. That's the only one I don't have.
I need you to roll.
Would 2 D6s suffice?
2 D6s will suffice.
7.
Okay, right. So, once the 6th one is cranked up to full, you make a beeline for the stairs with the other automatons. And you start ascending the stairs. 3 seconds after you start ascending the stairs, there is a big sort of belching boom behind you. And the chamber behind you you take a glance back. You can see the stone is sweating. It is not good. This stuff is uber corrosive.
That is no bueno.
And you can see it sort of starting to seep up the stairway toward you.
Okay. Do I have Argo and Graccus in my ally?
Yeah, they're at the top.
I was wrong about the skin. This shit's bad. We need to go now.
Okay, I pick up Argo. I don't care about dignity right now. He's not going to move that quick. And I just start going, running down the corridor at this point.
Okay, so you're at the top of the stairs, so you're running between the other mausoleums.
Yeah, I'm heading back the way we came to get down here.
I'm gonna keep directly behind them.
Argo is going to shout over Graccus' shoulder, "Close the door behind you!"
Very well. I'll do that.
All right. So you get to the top of the stairs. It's like there's like a handle you can pull. Down it comes. You hear a locking gauge and a sealing gauge.
Mm-hmm. I'll run behind him.
Yeah. All right. So, seemingly that is sorted. You keep going until you get to the stairs that led down into the mausoleums.
Mm-hmm.
And standing there, waiting for you, is the priest from before. And he is with several other automatons.
Mm-hmm.
And his face is sort of ashen and pale. He recognizes you, Graccus. And he recognizes Argo. And obviously recognizes you.
I put Argo down.
And I step to Graccus' side.
This goes one of two ways. You run, and you tell your masters who did this, or you can try and be a hero, and they'll find your corpse. I'll leave the decision to you.
I will say that we've just got our eye in when it comes to violence today.
Your friends down in the vault in the mausoleum are already dead, as you can imagine. And judging by your reaction, you know who I am.
Make an intimidation check with advantage. That's an assisted roll, I believe.
Okay. First one is 22.
Nope.
Yeah, 22.
Okay. That's one success. All right. Right. We're going to have to just let you go. I don't know if... someone's going to have to pay for all this. You understand? Someone is.
Delanos.
The Delanos are going to pay.
The Delanos? You misunderstand. No, they didn't force us. They didn't force me. They just
Money
paid
talks.
me well.
I'm aware of that. If you know who I am, you know who I was. I was once theirs too. I'm not judging you for working for them. Walk away.
Priest, from one holy man to another. We can make our mistakes, and we can return. This was a mistake.
Make a persuasion check, again with advantage.
I'll leave that one to you, Lee.
That'll be an assisted roll. Okay.
I was very careful to persuade, because that's the one
that's what you're good at. Yeah, I do the intimidation with a big metal man behind me.
I'm in.
You didn't burn it.
Nice.
You didn't burn it.
That's nice.
That was the first one.
Okay.
I mean, all you can do is match it, let's be honest.
Yeah. The next one was 14, so it would still be good.
Yeah.
Total, it was 27. We don't follow the same god, but we follow a code.
Well, Gond certainly could forgive. He has it in him to forgive.
I'm sure he does. So
Marco, remind me, is Gond the Maker God?
Yes, he is.
And that's how you atone. Tier 7 has been torn to death by this shit. You help them rebuild.
Tier 7?
Yes.
Help them rebuild.
What's happening down there?
All the shit you were producing was flooded into Tier 7. Delano's trying to destabilize it. They need the help.
Make a
I can put you in contact with people I trust.
Persuasion?
Is that assisted or not?
I don't think so.
Cool, fine. It's not too bad. It's 17.
17's enough for your third success. We'll let you go. We'll let you go. And we'll try and make up for what we've done here. Argo, there'll be no consequences for you.
Should there be, we will come back.
They'll never know. They'll never know that he assisted you. And really, I should have been braver and done so myself.
Be brave now.
Argo in my office stands. Devilish Archive. You don't have to come right now.
You know, I'll have a think about it. I'll have a word with the priest. And we'll have a think.
You know where to find me.
That I do. Take care, gentlemen.
And you.
And you.
All right. And as you stride through the corridors of the Temple of Gond, the same hustle and bustle in every chamber. It's almost as if nothing happened at all. But something did. Something was happening right under their noses. And you wonder how many of them actually knew what was going on with the haze, even. But as you move out into the coming up on late afternoon sun, you realize just the level of blow you've dealt to the Delanos in this case. And it is a significant one. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, bodies of water, we'll finish there. So, thus completes case number 11, Grinding the Gears. And next time, we'll be getting spooky.
Oh, we're so excited for this one.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's our spooky episode. Spooky case.
Oh boy.
So, tune in for that. It's going to be a fun one. Follow me on Minds, Matt Waterhouse author. Like the video. Leave a comment, share. Subscribe to the channel.
All that good stuff. Find me on Minds if you want. I still haven't looked. You find me. Tell me what I'm called. All right?
And I'm still not there.
Take care, everyone. See you next time.
See you later when we get spooky.